Panthers. Okay, so we're going to create some artwork where we are going to incorporate our new knowledge on organic shapes and geometric shapes. All right, remember, organic shapes are going to be those free-form flowing shapes that don't exactly have a name, and geometric shapes are simple shapes that we should know. Circle, square, rectangle, triangle, things like that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating watercolor resist painting. So the materials you're going to need those oil pastels that hopefully many of us have these from school or just have them at home. If you don't, crayons would work the same. So crayons also work. And we're also going to be using our watercolor. So you're going to need a paintbrush. Hopefully it comes with a nice paintbrush. And you're also going to need a cup of water. I like to have a paper towel handy too. That way I can blot my paintbrush when I'm done. Okay, let me turn my camera around so we can begin. Now, what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be creating artwork that asks that we use both geometric and organic shapes. So that being said, I'm going to start out with, and you can mix up the colors. So remember, I'm using circles, squares, rectangles. I'm also changing up my oil pastels. So it doesn't have to be in the same exact color. So I'm going to start out with like a nice big circle. Easy enough. Switch to a different color. Do a triangle. I like the idea of switching the color again. I'm going to try a rectangle, but I'm going to have it overlap a little bit over my circle. Let's try some pink. I think we can do, how about a square? Just your typical plain old square. Next, I'm trying to think. Maybe I need to do some sort of a blob shape. Remember, I'm going to start digging into my organic shapes now. And they can be any old blob shapes. They can be a heart if you want it to be a heart. We can have your shapes be kind of like a petal, like a flower petal. And I'm making sure that I'm putting items all over my paper. I don't want to have one section with all the details and one section with nothing. So I also like the idea of overlapping a little bit, creating other shapes inside of shapes. Let's see, what other colors do I need to use? Let's try, we need a darker green maybe. And down here, maybe I'll do another triangle, another geometric shape, and a blob. Another organic shape. Okay, my piece of paper looks pretty full right now. We have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of different sections we can paint. So now it's time to paint. When we start painting, my best suggestion to everybody is, if you are right-handed, put your paint and your water on the right-hand side. If you're left-handed, put your paint and your water on the left side. So when we go to paint, the whole piece of paper is going to get full, and the only rule that you need to follow is all these little shapes you've created are going to get colored with a different color. You want to try to make sure the same color never touches. So for example, I have purple and I have blue. We don't ever want to have purple and purple or blue and blue. You want to mix it up. Okay, so let's begin. Let's go ahead. I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to dig into my blue, and I have this little section here. I'm going to make blue. Now it's important, you guys, we are practicing a couple of things. We're practicing our brush control. It's probably been a while since some of us have painted. And we're practicing our color mixing and our color choices. I'm going to do a green next to it. I want to make sure that every time I paint, I'm choosing a different color than the neighboring color. So I wouldn't choose blue again, I'd choose something else. And you guys can see that the oil pastel, or if you use crayon, Brand works too. It doesn't want to be painted because the wax and the water tend to avoid each other. So it creates this wonderful barrier. Try to keep your colors in the same section. Try not to mix them. And you're going to be doing this throughout the whole painting, including your background sections too. All right, folks, share with me your beautiful creations. I look forward to seeing them.